Well, howdy, nearly senior citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this more For Against Darkness. Good golly, Miss Molly, I've got my play sheet here with my 4 characters on it. There is dog, and there is fish, and there is cow, and there is moose. They have very, very silly names, but they are a dwarf, a barbarian, a cleric, and a warrior. Son of a gun, and how about that? I did, of course, write their marching order incorrectly on the sheet, so it goes 1, 3, 2, 4. I'll even put it where you can see. So there's that. And I have over here a marching sheet that I've gone and just now picked everyone up. In a room type situation, this is going to be how they are. There's the square, and then these are the character actual numbers. So there's no reason that they're 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, I could put 4, whom is the light blue moose, could go right there. And so that works out that way. There's marching order for corridors that are only 1 square wide, so that's kind of cool, I thought. And so we have 1 and 2, because even though I wrote them wrong, I still put the numbers in weird directions. So 1, 2, 3, 4 still works. We are in this set of dungeon rooms. They are not named. This is a non-themed dungeon. We ended up in this tiny little room right here. There's a lot of things available. We are doing very, very good. We've been stomping on everything's heads, crushing them beneath us. We're going to continue doing so, I hope. I'm also going to try and spice up the way I talk a bit more, so here's hoping. By that I just mean describe what we're looking at instead of, oh, there's a room. So we shall see. But what we have to do now is I'm going to pull this sheet out here because I like this one to just be out. This is the guide to dungeon and room building tables. And again, if things shake around, if my camera shakes around, my apologies. I have a stand that goes to a green screen there. There is a cardboard box with a paperback book on it. There is 2 sticks taped together that go between it, and then taped to the sticks is the camera for my PlayStation 4. So if I move anything, everything goes wibbly wobbly. My apologies. But we're going to take a look at the room and then roll 2d6 on the room contents table, which is to say, we are, since we're in this room, I'm actually going to scratchy out the little star that says we're there. Bingo. And just because we are delving deep, we are going to go through this tiny little room right here. See, this is one room where we actually would not all fit in it, mayhaps, because of that. Marching order, 1 square, tiny little corridors. I don't have another set of dice to put over there, so we'll just have to figure it out if there's like combat in a corridor. So, opening up that door, we are going to go to not the entrance rooms, but these rooms. Tens and 1s. We're always going to have the red be the 10s and the white be the 1s. So we find a room that is a 52. We take a look at the 52. It is an oddly shaped room, but that's not bad at all. So we're coming through this direction, and it is this door here. There is 1 space for a corridor. Well, for the corridor type thing. And then we come out this way. It comes all the way up for a 3 square room, which is 9, not 3. That's a door. This is that's actually a corridor, and then a door. And this one over here is a 2 square corridor. So I'm going to lift this up so you can see what I've drawn here. This is the room that we are heading into, by gum and by golly. But now that we have done so, we try to find the page that I pulled out. What did I do with that page? That's the check everything page. I put it right underneath here. Oh, I hit the cord for the camera. That probably wibbly wobbled it all over the place. I am so sincerely sorry. Hokey smokes. I'm gonna kick myself in editing when I see how badly that moved around. Oh, my sincere apologies. Anyway, though, now that we have rolled D6 for the room, we roll 2d6 for the room contents table, just to find out what there is in this room indeed. Because looking at this room, we're going to go with the general theme of, let's just say, dirty stone walls. Whatever this whole complex was originally, it is now just filthy, dirty. I'd say it's carved stone, so it's not as friendly looking as we see. I mean, friendly looking as in, it doesn't have nicely square walls and the like. But inside of the room, as we take a look and see, there are 8. Oh my gosh, D6 minions. Okay, we go to the minions table, and we're going to find out just what's going to happen to us. Minions. What sort of minions? Oh, minions. 2. Oh my god. D6 plus 3 goblins. Level 3, treasure -1. They have a 1 in 6 chance of gaining surprise, thus acting before the party. If they do act before the party, roll on the reaction table. Okay, well, so first off, let's take a look and see if they gather surprise on us. 1 in 6, 5. They did not gain surprise. We do not roll for the reaction, so we're going to murder them. We're going to run in and murder them. And they're D6 plus 3, so there's 3. Oh, we're gonna die. Luckily, you can back up and escape from a room if you need to. There are 9 goblins. Good Lord. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm actually even going to try doing the mental math the way they say to. There are 9 goblins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 goblins. They are level 3. And they are, level 3. They are treasure -1. I also have to remember to do morale checks. I've been forgetting to do that. Morale -1. I am on the vermin table. Treasure -1. I'm still doing well though. Level 3, treasure -1. That part is correct. But they are this fight. Oh joy. Because if you remember for combat, we perform attack rolls against minions, divide them by the level of the monsters, thus calculating how many minions are slain. So even though it's division and it hurts my brain, we are going to try that. So first off, we are going to attack immediately. And if we take a look on our combat table, it doesn't talk about anything about that. It's all just we make our attacks, which is the D6 plus our combat thing, which we're going to start with. Since we're in a room, all 4 of us can attack. We're going to start with dog. Dog, because they are, well, everybody, well, the cleric doesn't. Almost everybody just adds their level to their attack roll. Dog, being a warrior, adds his attack roll to his level. Level to his attack roll. He's level 1, so we just add 1 to the die roll. They're level 3, I have to roll a 3 or above, which means I need a 2 or above, and I roll a 4. Which is, well, we add 1 to that, make it 5. Divide 5 by 3, that's 1 and change, which is 1. So I killed 1. And there is rollover damage. If I had done 6 points of damage, that would have killed 2 of them. Because they're level 3, divide 6 by 3, that's 2 of them dead, since they only have 1 hit point each. Dog killed 1. Now, Cow is a barbarian and also just adds +1 for the level. So we have a miserable failure by Cow. Thank you, Cow. Appreciate that. Next then is Fish. Fish is a cleric because we are fighting orcs, goblins, and they are not undead. I only add half my level divided downward. So I don't actually get to roll anything at all. I add anything at all to this. It's just straight die roll of 4. Divide 4 by 3. That's 1 and change, so I kill another 1 of them. Oh goody. So number 3, well, that was the cleric, so I messed up. Well, the barbarian missed, then the cleric killed 1. Now we're going with the dwarf. The dwarf is, actually, these being goblins, the dwarf is +1 versus goblins. So that's I add 2 to the die roll. Okay, let's hopefully, give me a 9. Of course. +2 is 3. They're level 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. I kill 1. I am accursed by God when it comes to die rolls. I swear, and loudly sometimes. Okay, so now when they attack, those who are attacked make a defense roll. And then, well, there's also, if you roll a 6, you roll again. So, just thought I'd add that in. We're going to have to make defense rolls. And defense roll failure, you take 1 wound. Okay, so let's see how we do. I have to, because these are level 3, each of my characters has to roll a 4, 5, or 6 modified, like Dog here has +2 to the roll. So I have to beat a 4, that's a 5. Dog is not injured by the attack. So Cow, with +2 as well, is not injured by the attack. And Fish is injured by the attack. Fish, the cleric, takes a point of damage and is down to 4. So Fish and Cow have both taken 1 point of damage. Cow was injured in a battle in the previous room, or previous adventure. Now Moose is going to defend, which is still, I am +1 ogres against giants and stuff. There isn't, but it's still +2, so 4, that's what I need, no damage. It is now our turn again. Hopefully we are going to crush some more skulls here instead of the way we have been doing this. So Dog, oh, wait a minute. Each character receive, I don't do it just once. What am I doing? I am foolish. That was 3 of them. No, that was 4 attacks. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And I've got to make in a room with more monsters than characters, each character receives an equal number of attacks, and you decide who receives any outstanding extra attacks. So, I've still got a bunch of attacks left to do. My apologies, since there were 9 of them, I still have the 5 attacks left. No, the 6 attacks? Oh my god. Well, everyone has taken 1 attack. There's 2 attacks left. It's going to be number 1 and number 4, which is dog and moose. So dog plus 2 fails. Dog is down to 6 life. And then moose 4 does do the save. So that was the first 4, then these 2. Only one of them got hurt. Now we go on to the attack. Dog plus 1, 7, that's 2. 7 divided by 3, that's 6. Ignore the rest of it. So I kill 2 of them. That's handy. And then cow, running up and this time feeling very foolish for having missed. All these gobos swings their mighty one-handed axe. No, not axe. Sword. Well, except that was cow, and that's a mace. But that's 9. Divide 9 by 3, that's 3 down. 1, 2, and 3. Only one of them left, and that would mean moose would attack with plus 1. Ba-boom. 6. They are all dead. I murdered them. Thank goodness. The treasure, we subtract 1 on... Well, do we loot the monsters? No, I've forgotten. Or do we only loot them if they have like a keyword of loot? Looting. Defeat the monsters, just make a roll on the treasure table. They have more treasure than others. Some have treasure roll modifier, treasure minus 1. And if we come back over to here, it does just say, if win, roll d6 on the treasure table. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to roll a d6 on the treasure table because we did, in fact, win. In this dirty, dusty room, we were attacked by gobos. We were injured by gobos, but we took our weapons and we took these gobos apart into very, very many small pieces. And I, frankly, am for that. A little bit of violence and murder. Okay, let's look on the treasures table. I can't remember where the treasures table is. That's the epic rewards, and that's the hatred summary, so it has to be on the other side of minions. We have treasure. We subtract 1 from that. My brain was failing. 5. 1 item of jewelry. We're going to write jewelry. We're going to have good old dog carry this. We're going to have them carry the jewel. That is not English. Some form of cryptic writing there. And it's worth 3d6 times 10 gold. I am accursed by God. 60 coins. And this is worth 60 coins. The average of 3d6 is 18. That's 6 plus 6 plus 6. And then add 1 for each of the dice. 18, 19, 20, 21. Divide that by 2. That's 10.5 is an average roll on 3d6, which is 10, 11. I am just horribly, horribly rolling these days. Like I say, I am accursed by God when it comes to dice, which is fine. It happens. Somebody has to be accursed by God. Might as well be me, I suppose. So there we go. We have the treasures, and that is good. It wasn't much treasure, but it doesn't have to be much treasure. It just has to be treasure. Now, of course, I cannot leave, excuse me, the dungeon until I kill the final boss. So, yay on that. I'm not doing overworlding yet, if I ever do on this one. I think there's overworlding rules in one of the supplements, so we shall see on that. But for right now, because we have gone into this room, we have torn apart the monsters in this rough-hewn stone room with many, well, not many, I mean 1, 2, and 3 ways to go through. We might as well just head up this corridor and see what we find. So, as we carry forward through the darkness, our torches sputtering. I was going to say spluttering, but that's way too moist of a word. With our torches sputtering, we crawl forward, looking for, well, danger and treasure, I would imagine. Definitely danger. Treasure, oh God, yes. Without it, why are we even here? Here as in dungeon crawling, not here as in on the earth. That's not, we're not going to go there. So, we find, not an entrance room, we find 10s, 1s, 31. It's not an utterly odd looking room. It's from this corridor here, so there's actually a door right there. And this comes up with 2 and then attaches. And it's just a little tiny kind of room here with a door up at the end. Again, a rough-hewn stone room, obviously carved out by grabbing goblins and then using their teeth to chip the rock away. Maybe? Probably not, but maybe. So now that we know what the room looks like, let's find out what the room looks like. I messed up again last time too, except I didn't, because we haven't been in a corridor. I should have rolled corridor if I was in a corridor. I did forget to do that last time, but we are in rooms right now. Not corridors, rooms. So I'm going to roll on the room table. 2d6. What do we find in this room? Oh, an 11. Oh! This is the boss. We're going to fight a boss. If I roll a d6, it could be the final boss all of a sudden. Oh dear. Okay, so we're going to roll a d6 first to see if it's the final boss. So, if it's going to mess me up, I'm probably going to do that. Successfully or unsuccessfully, depending on how you look at it. First, we're finding out if it's the final boss. It is not the final boss. It is just a boss level monster. Oh boy. Okay. Or if it's, I guess, the small dragon, which is number 6 on the boss table, then that is would also indicate that it's the boss. So let's actually roll and see what kind of boss we're coming up against. I think that was a 5. I should go with a 5 on that one, right? I don't like this idea. It's level 6. Okay, we're fighting a 3, an ogre. That's okay. The ogre, I forgot to roll morale on the goblins. When you kill half of a group of minions, you have to roll for morale and then see what happens. If you take a boss down half as much, they lose a level. So, Let us write down our stats for the ogre, which is 6 life points. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put a mark through there to indicate when I have to do that break on this thing. Oh my god. Okay, just a moment. It is level 5. Normal treasure. Each hit does 2 life points. Not 1, 2 of them. Well, let's see though. There is a reaction. We could bribe it. It's not the final boss. 4. Fight to the death. It is never going to flee. It is going to fight to the death. This boss level ogre. Now, I did forget to, because of the last group of minions that we fought, I have to indicate that we fought and won against this group of minions. This is important. We get experience rolls to try and level up each time we kill 10 minions. But we now have to fight this ogre, this level 5 ogre, which the dwarf is going to have extra defense against, because the dwarf has a +1 defense against trolls, ogres, and giants. So, we are going to attack first. Dog is going to attack. I add +1. Level 5. I gotta roll 4 or 5, well, a 5 or a 6. Well, it's +1 to the attack roll. So it's whatever I roll, and then I'm gonna add 1 to it.